I wanted to talk a little bit. This is late night here in Europe, but it's not in America, and Hawaii part is just 12 hours from here, so they are exactly the opposite like us, so it is becoming like noon there. I just loved how Meek sent a comment on one of my photos yesterday. I was posting my pumpkin soup with pumpkin seeds, and she was commenting on a plant, an ancient plant, which about the ancient civilizations said that it is a very powerful one, and its spirit shouldn't be split because that will cause a real trouble. And that was the cocoa plant. Cocoa plant, not the cocoa. And it is unbelievable that we are just talking about the fact that about 100 years ago, they started to create different kind of metals, not create, but separate from their own natural, let's say, habitat, how they existed before. And huge amount of electricity needed to split their spirit. The problem was that they didn't realize what they are doing. They were very happy that they found a new material, they called, and they use it still. It's aluminum. However, they didn't realize that these kind of materials are whole beings. So it's one thing chemically or physically separate something, but it means that you separate something much, much deeper also, and you release that on that level, and that will affect us also. So what András and Ildikó Kovács Magyar are talking about these days is that in the last 80 years or 100 years, we released about 80 different kind of metals which did not exist in nature as a pure material, and that was not an accident. And this is the result of that, this situation in which we live in. So, realizing this situation, realizing the reasons are a great step for us. But we have to deal with that, and we cannot leave this earth before we would solve this issue. So it's not a solution to leave and move to the moon or wherever, We have to deal with this situation here, and we have to correct the situation, what we messed up. And it is our generation who made this happen, and it is us who are acting on habits which are not correct. So it is us who have to find out what we made to happen, what the mistake was that we did, and it is us who have to correct this for our children, because our children were like growing up in a world which was built on a mistake already. So it is us who still remember some sanity from earlier time, and we can much easier do this fixing than our kids, who probably have never lived in a world which was still sane. So let's work on that. And thank you for Meek for her kind comments. I liked it very much. Have a good night.